I'm in the house with my co-host, The Chat.
That's how we roll, that's how we roll.
They in the comments talking about police in the live chat talking about 3-6 or Bone Thugs. Like that's a crazy thing to even say 3-6, man. But as far as like making hit songs, possibly you could go 3-6. Possibly you could go 3-6 if you want to talk about songs that like have been successful. But rapping wise, you got Lord Infamous in 3-6. That's it. That's it. That's it. There's no other dope rapper in 3-6 for real. Like, we're gonna say Coopster? Like, Crunchy's not a dope rapper. DJ Paul and Juicy J aren't really dope rappers. Gangsta, come on, man. But then in Bone Thugs, you got at least Crazy and Busy. Even if you don't want to talk Lazy, and you know, Wish is Wish, and Flesh is, so you got at least Crazy and Busy who are undeniably dope. So Tim, don't ever say that again, man. Don't ever say that again, man. Look into my eyes. Yeah, it was off the Batman. It was off Batman and Robin, I believe. I believe it was off Batman and Robin. Mystic Styles. Yeah, that was a good album. They got some good tracks. Listen, production-wise, that's a whole nother category. If we want to talk better produced tracks, 3-6 definitely gives you, you know, Coops wasn't bad, but Coops ain't fucking with none of Bone. All right, let's get to this next joint. Shout out Ian. Laid down a nice $5 dono and says react to K.A.A.N, Denzel. So I'm pretty sure this is the one that you want to react to. He said, what he said? Might have to head out in a minute, but D-Ace and Kanye dropped a new project. You should check out the track Denzel. Older track over new instrumental. All right, let's check it out here. Appreciate you. Okay. Speaking about Bone.
Don't touch my body, let me burn it. Fire, leave me still. I grab a crucifix and say a prayer, going straight to hell. Why you got a mother?
R.I.P. Gangsta Boo, R.I.P. Coopster, and R.I.P. Lord Infamous. They lost a lot of members of 3-6.
Don't touch my body, let me burn it. Fire, leave me still. I grab a crucifix and say a prayer, going straight to hell. Why you got a motherfucking problem with a nigga that will push it to the limit with the effort he was giving deliverance and it's out of my context. Perplexed by an intelligent type of concept. I never get a conversation. My topics they tend to very various, complicated essentials. I document with a pencil to put it up in a file, record a record. I write you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. Ever bust a nigga head with the black lead pipe when the blood start to gush. It's coming out in a rush. That's a pretty vicious vision you're giving. I'm getting vivid. The picking definite sentence. A lot of with inconsistency. If you ever pay attention, you'll probably think I'm demented. The mental case who's dependent on many antidepressants, suppressing the present feelings I have. It's like a confessing. I'm looking at the prescription like a motherfucking present. Presented as effervescent, authenticated my message. The method in which I use. I'm
gonna say it again. This kid's flow is freaking so polished. He is a very, very good structure-wise rapper. Like there's no fluff. There's no stumbling to this kid. Like he has this flow down packed. He's a lot of people in the comments are saying like he's the best. Like his fans really feel he's the best, and I can understand why they would feel that way because there's nothing really to pick apart as far as yeah, it might be lack of substance, but as far as the quality of his effort, there's nothing really to pick apart.
Gush is coming out in a rush. That's a pretty vicious vision you're giving. I'm getting vivid. The picking definite sentence. A lot of with inconsistency. If you ever pay attention, you'll probably think I'm demented. The mental case who's dependent on many antidepressants, suppressing the present feelings I have. It's like a confessing. I'm looking at the prescription like a motherfucking present. Presented as effervescent, authenticated my message. The method in which I use. I pray it's never confused. The page is battered and bruised from the way my lyrics fuse. Get a hold of my pain, try to use it as a muse. A tool to entertain, in vain for the amused. I'm a semi-automatic with static. I let them have it. The bullet fire sporadic. The shell fall in the casket. The burning flesh of a bastard in preparation for wretched. The rigor mortis. I'm writing running is rummaging through your arteries. Autograph with an asterisk, notarized with authority. And all my shit is different. I'm giving written deformities, formulated a plan for avoidance of the conformity. And I can put a course in the corner of dormitories, deploring that negativity, giving in your fragility. Lyrically, my ability, showing all my agility. Indiscriminate killer who's never spitting intimately. Reminisce with a riddle, the ritual of any empathy, emphasizing your sympathy through the sound of a symphony, purifying the soul, conflicted by my omissions, sadistic but realistic and not materialistic. This motherfucker is gifted at talent for taking words and nouns and adverbs and making them backflip. Luke Kane, crank kick with a different type of twist of protagonist ain't alive in the villain, try to survive as he salivates over body.
So day 2, Jake left in the comment on the chat saying lacking substance, and I'm now training my ear to listen for the substance, and I kind of hear where he's coming from there, because a lot of these bars are giving you the feel of just like rapping, you know, like he's throwing words. He has a message, and you know, but it's not really. The bars are non sequitur. You know what I mean? They're all in the same ilk, but not really forming a story. If I'm saying that right.
Sadistic but realistic and not materialistic. This motherfucker is gifted at talent for taking words and nouns and adverbs and making them backflip. Luke Kane, crank kick with a different type of twist of protagonist ain't alive in the villain, try to survive as he salivates over bodies to serenade with a hatchet and leave him down in the cellar. The definition of ratchet, they capture imagination with captivating dysmorphia. Consequence of the pain you contain inside of your orifice. Do you want any more? This mortifying your bones of the palpitates with the goriness. Introduction to maker, I can show you what the glory is. Speaking of salvation, I preach with a pride motive. Let these motherfuckers know it. Lord, I'm suicidal, nigga. Can't you tell? I cut my wrist, watch it drip while screaming Fetty well. Don't touch my body, let me burn it. Fire, leave me still. I grab a crucifix and say a prayer, going straight to hell. I'm nothing more than a nigga with attitude. MC Run Yellow, Dre, Easy, and Cube. I'm showing some gratitude, testing your aptitude. Look at the game and I gain a conclusion. It's all an illusion. The water's diluted. You sipping that juice, then your mind is polluted by these convoluteds and losers. I'm taking that situation and I try to defuse it. Man, fuck that. I'ma take a time bomb. But I heard they got the motherfucking evidence. They must have found a body getting in my residence. It wasn't for the money. Got a pocket full of presidents. I said I give a fuck and make it evident. They found her with a ripped eyes out with a top hat. Blood up on my rug, so you know you gotta stop that club. Sorta for the alpaca, motherfucker better block that.
That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit.
Ha! And what you thought that I was finished, diminish, replenish whatever you motherfuckers giving, reliving. I made a tape about religion, but that was pride of what you currently hearing. Discernment, the secret, deleted to keep it defeated. I needed it, never retreated, irrever defeated. Your mind is depleted. I'm trying to find a frequency, juvenile my delinquency. I do it for respect, not fame. If you want me to be honest, then I don't want to be sane. I've been speaking with the voice that lives inside of my brain, contained to exclaim. But how do you maintain? I need a divine deity, looking for my identity, but
so he gives me the vibe of like Jid. Not remember Jid, but y'all know Jid. Like Jid has a flow, but when I'm thinking that, I'm also thinking, what's the separation? And I think Jid has more of a message. I think Jid has more of a cause, more of a message, more of a point, ideology he's trying to get across, which like rounds out his character. The K.A.A.N character is not really graspable. Like, yeah, he's got the mental health, suicidal persona, but it's not really something that I don't really feel like it's digestible. You know what I mean? J-I-D, Jid. I don't know who Gid is. Jin? Who's Jin? Jin, the Asian rapper from that used to battle rap?
frequency, juvenile my delinquency. I do it for respect, not fame. If you want me to be honest, then I don't want to be sane. I've been speaking with the voice that lives inside of my brain, contained to exclaim. But how do you maintain? I need a divine deity, looking for my identity. But all I wanted was a peace of mind and serenity. Finding up in the melody, I created a remedy, hoping they give me clemency. Flow is moving a Hennessy, and when I'm dead and gone, I just pray that you remember me. My flow.
And Jid also has a very distinct voice, which is, I'm not really a fan of his voice,
with my fucking self. In need of help, I try to focus on my mental health. If I'm not in this game, then I don't have time for procrastination. Screaming motherfuckers and relaxation. I'm tired of waiting. Lord, I'm suicidal, nigga, can't you tell? I cut my wrist to watch it drip while screaming Fetty well. Don't touch my body, let me burn it. Fire, leave me still. I grab a crucifix and say a prayer, going straight to hell.
All right, that was K.A.A.N and D.A.'s Denzel. So this is an older track on a new instrumental. So it was good. It was good, but yeah, my assessment is what I said during that joint. It felt like he was just rapping, and yeah, he's rapping about the mental health and having suicidal ideations and all that shit. But like it really felt like he wasn't continuing a solid thought all the way throughout. It felt like bars. It felt like bars pieced together in a flow, but all pretty much about the same topic. But everybody's not a storytelling ass rapper, and I'm not saying that he needs to be. I'm not saying that he needs to be. I still think he's very, very talented, but I think the last one I reacted to before this from K.A.A.N was way more of him staying on topic and telling a story like type thing. Shout out Ian Larson, man. I appreciate you donating that one, because that was it's allowing me to start forming my opinion on K.A.A.N and why he's so dope, but yet so far from being top notch. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say so far, but he's not. He's not. Eyes in that one.
Okay, this is bullshit. Moseefus was an asshole. Moseefus was a petty, immature, selfish man. Oh, he was good at one thing. That's bringing the worst out of everybody he met.
Yeah, and that nigga owe me $5.